Standing by. Okay, here we go, folks. We are live in 4 minutes. 4 minutes, we are live. Yep. There's Linda. There she is. She's doing a fantastic job. Hope you're feeling better. Folks, this will be the Rhode Patrol report. Yep. There we go. We are live. Yep. Yes, we're going to be out this afternoon and tonight, before anyone asks. As this weather is just splendid, isn't it? It truly is. We're going to start off talking about, I should have said that, the Warwick mayoral. Yes, we are. We are going to talk the latest on Warwick. Yes, we are. Okay. And yes, the audio sounds good. There's Eric. What a fantastic job. Folks, thumbs up. You want to talk about someone that's a difference maker? Yep. No, we're not going to a yard sale, Lynn Miller. I can't get over the bridge. Yes, we are live, Ryan. Whoever thought, you know, when you're launching, and we launched, and let me explain something. For those, we have so many new people that are tuning in. There's Lee. Thank you, Linda. What a great job she's doing. Yep. There's Shelley Hazelwood. Wonder if she's related to the candidate. There's Danielle checking in. What a fantastic job. There's Juanita. Hola, one and all. There's Pat. Folks, when you're launching, and I want people to understand, for instance, let's just say right now, you heard there was a plane crash. Now, I know some people are going to say, I hate CNN, but CNN carved out that when there's breaking news, you flip to CNN. Now, I get some people say, well, I don't. I flip on, Newsmax. Or I get that. But CNN basically made their name on this, Deborah, with breaking news. So when we launched this, the challenge was going to be, and still is, by the way, can we get there and get there on time and know about things? So we have set up, not easy, but infrastructure to bring you live breaking news in our area when it's happening. The challenge is knowing about it and then being there and being able to broadcast it. I never thought the challenge would be trying to get people to understand the concept of live. But here's where we are. There's Joyce and then Ben. Joyce, I wish you'd become a subscriber. Same thing with Ben. Yes. There's Sarah. Follow me. Well, I don't know. There's Alex Green. All right, folks, we're live in 1 minute. 1 minute. And yes, we'll be live. There's Rodney. This is a great month. All right, what is this? Hey, guys, follow me. Seems like a bot. There we go. Oh, I'll take care of her. There we go. All right, now we're just waiting for JR and our queue. And we're live. Folks, good afternoon. At 1:06, this is the Rhode Patrol report. Yes, we are live. Yes, we are live. As I'm trying to get rid of that bot that is right there. Sarah, one of the moderators can do it. Sarah Smith. That's not a real account or person. There's Kevin Buckland also doing a fantastic job. And Melissa, make sure we check in. Let me check. Hold on. Let's take attendance. I don't see anything from Melissa, and I don't see anything from Kevin. We got to check in at headquarters here. Nope. Let's go. All right. Folks, good afternoon. This is the Road Patrol report right now at 107 and this portion of our program. And I want to I'll go through the list. Remember, we're moderators. I don't like to call anybody out, but you got to sign in and put what time you're joining us in message. This portion of the program, and just so we're all clear and we're all on the same page, so to speak, we are right now, as we speak, we are live. Is it true you're live on the radio? Yes, it is. AM 1380, 99.9 FM. Now, is it true? Can you confirm? There's Melissa. Is it true that you also can listen at the website? That's true. So AM 1380, 99.9 FM. Yes, at the website. Hold on. Live on YouTube. Just find the page. Live on X, formerly Twitter. And then, of course, our main base of operation is Facebook. This is the Road Patrol Live Report. In this portion of the program at 108. And let me just double check, because the weather of September has just been, thank you, this Melissa, has been really spectacular. And I'm just wondering how much. Look at that. Tomorrow, sunny and 82. Sunday, sunny and 79. Monday, sunny and 78. Tuesday, sunny and 82. Wednesday, sunny and 82. Thursday, sunny and 78. Friday, sunny and 72. Next Saturday, sunny and 68. And next Sunday, sunny and 72. So, this is, as I like to say, this is good crime weather. We're going to take advantage of it. Folks, in this portion of the Road Patrol report is brought to you by PR Landscape Materials and Garden Center, 3688, Quaker Lane in North Kingstown. Now, remember, this is a great time of year to do your planting. Obviously, a lot of sunshine. Less watering is needed, and they crank it. Fall, certainly. But notice it's nice and cool at night. My goodness, what a great weather this is. Homegrown mums and kale, outstanding mums and kale sizes ranging 4-inch, 12-inch pots. Ornamental peppers, 4-inch to 6-inch pots. They have everything you need for all your fall decorations, pumpkins, straw bales, corn stalks, gourds, Indian corn, native vegetables, which are fantastic, local honey, maple syrup. This is the ideal time for planting. They're waiting for Daniel Benton to pop by. Large selection of trees and shrubs and perennials, mulch, loam, crushed stone. They're open 7 days a week. I share their Facebook page, and they grind it. They're a family-run small business. Steve and Debbie and Junior and Byron, folks, it's PR Landscape Materials and Garden Center. Now, I do want to touch on the Warwick Mayoral, and it ties in with the website, depetro.com. And I'm going to explain how and why. And depetro.com, brought to you by the Coesit Inn, 226 Coesit Avenue, West Warwick. If you log on to depetro.com, which I encourage everyone to do, scroll through, you see all of our links to social media, right? Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. There's also a Venmo link. Thank you. And then we have Karen, who handles our social media, Innovast right there. A link to attorney Tim Dodd, our legal expert, our guy in the trenches, always defending the chosen one. But then we also see the link for the Coesit Inn, 226 Coesit Avenue, West Warwick. Lunch, dinner, drinks in the lounge, as long as you don't mind drinking with Anthony Santos, and the market at Coesit. Listen, support those that support the chosen one. So stop into listen, the market at Coesit is terrific. They have gift baskets. They have gourmet food. Everyone in that area, the Coesit Inn. And then we also, by the way, have some links to Surplus Provisions, which has, and they're our official sponsor for tactical gear. They keep the chosen one safe with, bulletproof vests, pepper spray, all the various, some other items that I use when we encounter hostile various individuals when we're out in some of the worst parts of our local area. And also, we also have Allstate Lock. Now, Allstate Lock, there's a link there. Allstate Lock, one of the things that they can provide, security cameras. Folks, at this point, with what's going on, when you have, and I want to touch on, this is going to be an important hour. When I'm talking about security, President Trump can't do it all alone. President Trump can't do it alone. When we're talking about security, I implore you to get security cameras for your home or business. Allstate Lock, they'll do it, and they're fantastic. There's a link right there on depetro.com. Building security, home security, 401-349-0042, Allstate Lock. Now, on the website, depetro.com, of which apparently everyone's buzzing about, we have the story about the Warwick mayoral. Opponent claims Warwick mayor calls her Dolly Parton. Now, I thought we were going to have Leanne Hazelwood join us today because, and let me just be very clear about this story. I don't know either party that well. I don't. But when you have a mayoral election in the city of Warwick, and the female who's a Democrat who's running against the mayor, when she posts on her Facebook page, it's again, as I explained, it's the equivalent of sending out a press release. So let me just put out a couple of things. I didn't put out the press release, but that's a different type of story. That's not about I have a plan to lower taxes. That's not a plan to improve schools. That's not a plan of, here's how we're going to improve Warwick, which, by the way, I do think Warwick is an underperforming city. Cranston is rocketing right now. Warwick could, I think, now, in all fairness, a lot of people that like the mayor, he is popular, Pocosi, they say he inherited a mess from Mayor Scott Avedisian, and I don't even think they're wrong on that. But let me just be very clear. So we did the story. She posted that. So we posted it. And then we just initially had photos of her. And then some of our younger followers were saying, who's Dolly Parton? So then we put in a picture of Dolly Parton. Now, she may want to reschedule. I know that apparently it's a conflict and she can't join us. It's going to be entirely up to her. I am also reaching out to the mayor. Listen, either one of them. I'm not familiar. I don't receive anything from their campaign. I receive a lot of correspondence from different campaigns. I don't receive anything, from the Pocosi campaign. So I don't read anything into that. This isn't, obviously I receive things from the mayor's office, City Hall, but I don't receive anything from his campaign. So I'll reach out. Maybe he wants to talk about it. Maybe he doesn't want to talk about it. But this business, a couple things. Like, this is the ultimate. Like, let's not kill the messenger here. Someone running for office posted it, and we reposted it, and it's not a huge story. It's basically her post. I frame who it is, and then some photos. But people like losing their mind about it. How much are the Democrats paying you to run? Yeah, they're paying me to. No one's paying me anything to run that. It's a different type of story. But she said she has a conflict. Again, when I've corresponded with her, she's very pleasant, Leanne. I know she had a big fundraiser last night. Perhaps we'll reschedule. Perhaps she won't be able to. I don't know. But I will reach out to both campaigns. But like so many of you, if she's making the accusation, then like go after the candidate. Like, stop. I didn't see people going after the Journal and Channel 10 when they were saying that in Cranston, Fenton Fung was saying that basically Mayor Hopkins stole a car. I mean, you go after. There were people that were saying they didn't like that the other campaign that she put it out there like that. But like, let's not, go after the chosen one here. So there's that. Now, I want to stay on schedule here. But I do want to talk about something that I heard this morning. So as far as that story, you can read it on depetro.com. We'll see. I'm unaware if he's responded to it. I don't know that. But I do also want to remind you, because I did receive an email from Crystal, who's having a problem with her feet. I don't know how old she is. She did say, I can't believe at this point at my age and I'm having problems with my feet. Who are the people that you recommend? I watch you. I see you're so active. Crystal, you want to contact Greenville Foot and Ankle Specialist. And I think Crystal lives in either Lincoln or Smithfield, so they're close. So, and again, the doctors there are fantastic. Colanano, Dr. Rhoda, Dr. Batty, Greenville Foot and Ankle Specialist. If you're having any type of foot problem, as much as people want to say, I'm too young to have but if you have a foot problem, you have a foot problem. Contact Greenville Foot and Ankle Specialist, 401-949-3220. They have a fantastic facility. They're competent, 3 board-certified podiatrists. They take health insurance. Crystal, they will get you back on your feet. Foot care, skin conditions. Maybe you sprained your ankle and you don't even know. Maybe you have plantar fasciitis or hammer toe or bunions. But what I do know is they let them treat you and they will solve it. Greenville Foot and Ankle Specialists, right there in that fantastic Smithfield Medical Center, Route 5 in Smithfield. Remember, foot pain is not normal, should not be ignored. It's Greenville Foot and Ankle Specialists. Now, I was obviously, folks, as you know, I mean, we're constantly on the go. We showed that the other day. We were at the raid. We were at the ACI protest, of which a reporter from Channel 10 was saying, well, what they're saying at that protest is different than my story for the... Well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I was there. You weren't. We carried their comments of the people that organized it. You didn't. So take it up with them. Well, your live stream of the protest is making me look bad at Channel 10. Hey, guess what? That's not my problem. That's your problem. So, but be that as it may. So as you know, I'm very active. And what I mean by that is constantly out either meeting with sources and I will touch on the Cranston situation, or various different things of people that, you know, have meeting. We're expanding. We're getting bigger. We have more people that want to come in. I want you to know 7 days a week, we are constantly looking for ways to expand our platform, do more so more people can watch it. And it's not your imagination. I mean, the last 30 days has been extremely busy. Now, for those that are either new or don't know, this weekend, the local media, the print people, clock out, TGIF, see you Monday. A lot of the television people, weekends, the television stations run skeleton staffs. We don't. That's when we come alive, right? It's the Moneyball thing. You got to be where they're not. So, but I was in the car and hey, I flip around. I'm constantly either on the phone or consuming information. And I did hear a remark. Let me be very clear. I listen and like information of people that tell me something I don't know. That's what's valuable to me. All different types of people absorb different type of information for various reasons. But I strictly go for people that tell me something I don't know. Therefore, I don't listen. I'm not just saying I don't listen to the station down the dial, my old station, simply because they never tell me anything that I don't know. So therefore, it's a waste. But I did hear a comment where I have changed my mind on the debate the other night, and I've also changed my mind on the whole, they're eating the dogs. So at first, on Tuesday night, like many of you, when I watched it, I thought, okay, missed opportunity. He didn't take it to her. He should have highlighted the differences. He didn't. And I was angry watching the debate. Granted, it was definitely 3 against 1. But nonetheless, I felt missed opportunity. You know, now that it's Friday, I've actually changed my mind on it. And I'll tell you why. Because of they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets. Because of that, and that has flooded, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, that line wiped everything out. So I realize that when I'm on TikTok and I'm on other social media platforms, I'm not seeing anything about her. I'm not seeing any of the lines she delivered. That line of they're eating the dogs, that like blocked everything else out. And I'll tell you where, and I don't know if it was deliberate, but I did share this, by the way, with the Trump people. There is someone I talked to on the campaign, and they were, we talk once a week, and I, only because I'm one of the really only few Trump supporters in the, as you know, the area. I was the only one radio Skyped into a White House press briefing with my friend Sean Spicer. I'm the only one locally that has been inside the White House with President Trump, and only one that has ever emceed a Trump rally. And now that will never change. So, but nonetheless, but what that did, the whole they're eating the dogs, is number one, it drowned out her. Number two, you can't just keep saying we're going to build a wall. What I think is really interesting is President Trump, and I don't know if it was by design. Some of his best lines have become ad libs in the debate, such as when Hillary said, well, it's a good thing you're not in charge of the law in this country. And he said, because you'd be in jail in 2016. When Biden said something, President Trump said, I don't know what he just said. I don't think he knows what he just said. Gold. They're eating the dogs. Now, and I heard someone, the CAC, say on the radio, well, all over the world, people eat different food. People eat alligators. People eat all over the world, people are eating different foods. So that's not, somehow I was trying to denigrate it, but that's wrong. And I'll tell you why it's wrong, because what it highlights is the cultural difference with these people coming in to blank our country. How many people could you walk into a restaurant anywhere in our area and light up a cigar? No. What would they say? There's no smoking. They may say, well, where I come from, in my country, we can smoke inside. Well, guess what, Harry or Paco? Now you're here and you can't do that. It highlights the cultural difference. And what do I mean by that? Are parts of the world, are there people eating dogs and pets? Yes. But we don't do it here. You can't walk into a restaurant and say, I think I'll have the golden retriever. You can't order. We don't do that. So the argument of, people all over the world are, you can go alligator. Well, yeah, but that's true. But in the United States, we don't eat dogs and cats. It's a cultural thing. It's not a delicacy. We don't do that. I have a family member travels to the Far East, and it's like pig organs are considered a delicacy, and it's served. I mean, I don't know if I'd be that adventurous. I have been adventurous. One of the best things I ever had was I was in the Azores, and I had shark, and it was fantastic. You can get shark around here, but it was prepared. It was like swordfish, but a little saltier, which I didn't mind. But my point is, what President Trump said by that line is the cultural thing. In certain Latin American countries, there will be a 21, 22-year-old guy and a 14 or 15-year-old girl. And they say, oh, in South America, that's allowed. Well, guess what? We don't allow it. That's not consent. I know for a fact with some of the ball players in baseball specifically from Latin American countries, they have to tell them, whoa, no. There was a member of the Red Sox. He was, it never got out, but he was dating like a 14-year-old. So he'd give her and her friends tickets. He was like, well, in my country, he was 21 years old. They had to explain, no. We can't, you can't do that. So what I think, to put a period on this, is what President Trump really did was highlight the cultural thing. You know what else is gold about it? Is the next time, imagine if you lived in Ohio and your dog was missing or your cat. What would you be thinking? I know what I would be thinking. Oh, the other thing it highlighted was how many Haitians are in Springfield, Ohio? How many? 20,000? 20,000. That's more than the population of East Greenwich. 20,000? Okay, it's 20,000 Haitians, but here's the good news. They're not going to eat your pet. Well, raise the flag. Oh, that's a relief. How is that a relief? So my point is, as I was hearing someone on the radio saying, well, people all over the world eat different. Yeah, but we don't. Okay, go to a restaurant tonight anywhere. Go to Federal Hill and sell all of your finest cat. I mean, it doesn't. That's like an episode of the Three Stooges, for crying out loud. There are parts of the world, but this isn't one of them. So I think it's one thing to say we're going to build the wall, because then you have Harris saying, yeah, build the wall. But President Trump actually took it a step farther, and we're not going to let them eat our pets. That's what is. So now that it's Friday, and I saw it yesterday in the rally. I saw it yesterday at his rally in Arizona, as he's still saying it. And the crowd was going nuts. I believe, and I told this to the Trump people, instead of chanting build the wall, the people should start barking in the crowd at the Trump rallies when he talks about it. If you've ever seen the Cleveland Browns play, they have the dog pound. So every time, when they want to cheer, they're like, row, 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 row. They start doing that. I think they should start doing it. And I said that. So the Trump people are like, all right, if we flew you in for a rally, would you lead the crowd? I said, in 2 seconds, put me on the stage. I'll lead the crowd in barking to bring it home. The point is, this is something that's been going on, and I've talked about it. And Governor McKee, well, we're all a melting pot. When people are, Rhode Islanders go to Roger Williams Park to see the animals at the zoo, not bring some home for dinner, for crying out loud. So I've kind of changed my mind on it. I actually think, and, I could go either way. I'm not convinced he's not going to debate again. I think they're playing hardball. I believe they're saying, we'll do a debate as long as it's, if it's on Fox, somewhere fair. But I'm not going into that again. And I don't blame him for wanting it. Who would want to go into that again? That was ridiculous. And that Lindsay Davis, I saw it in real time. She had an agenda. You can't have a moderator in a debate. And I say that as someone, I've done senatorial debates, I've done gubernatorial debates, I've done every office, mayoral debates, secretary of state, lieutenant governor, blah, blah, blah. You can't have one of the people that has an agenda. And they have an agenda against him. They do. Folks, this portion of the program, I want to point out my friends at AJ Home Improvement. Call them today, 401-323-9252. 401-323-9252. AJ Home Improvement. Frame to finish basements, acoustical ceilings, new homes, additions, commercial rehabs, painting, remodeling. They do it all. It's AJ Home Improvement. 401-323-9252. Maybe you have an unfinished basement, unfinished garage. If you need some work, you want to improve your home or business, AJ Home Improvement, 401-323-9252, 401-323-9252 for AJ Home Improvement. Maybe you just want the inside of your home or business painted. They could do it. AJ Home Improvement. I share their Facebook page. They're fantastic. 401, free quote, 323-9252. Now, so Leah Hazelwood is not joining us today. I'd like to, sure. Yes, you can. I'm hoping that we're going to reschedule. Like I said, she posted it. You know what I hear from people running for office all the time? That the media doesn't, they don't print or carry or give any attention to their press releases. So I did. So now, if she wants to do an interview about it, fine. If she doesn't, that's fine. It's entirely up to them. But I don't understand. If you're going to post something, you want the public and the voters to react to it. But again, I don't know her that well. She's very pleasant. It's entirely up to her. Maybe her campaign's like, oh, we don't want to do it. Well, then, I don't know what to tell you. So it's up to them. And again, maybe the mayor wants to talk about it. Maybe he doesn't. Again, that's up to him as well. So let's see. I want to stay on schedule. I do want to talk about. I do want to talk about in Cranston last night. Now that was a good example. Good luck trying to get any coverage on that. And I also, If you saw Road Patrol Live last night, there was a situation where someone called the police, someone called 911, and there was an individual, apparently that was the way the call came in, that had a weapon. Police responded. We responded. When we arrived, I never know what I'm going to see at a scene. Sometimes if we're going to a scene and I pull up and there's one or two cruisers or just one cruiser, well, then what do you think my takeaway is? Okay, I guess that's not a big scene. But last night, if you were watching, when we were hearing, and I had learned that there was potentially going to be retaliation in the city last night from something. I don't know exactly where it happened. It was something that happened at a soccer game at one of the city high schools. Actually, I kind of have an idea which one, but I'm not going to say because I'm not positive. So if I say it happened at this school, so no, it's not, wrong, fake news, it happened at that one. So I don't know. So, but if you saw when we were at Walgreens, okay, I mean, that's 6 police cruisers. That's something's up. And they're going through the trunk and everybody's out of the car and everything else. Now, when we went to Cranston, there were 6 Cranston police there. And there was one person, let me just send this. We could do just audio if it makes it easier. I was going to do a video with my gun guy. I was going to do a video with our friend George at Rhode Island Guns and Ammo, but if he's having a problem with the video, then we could just do audio, which is totally fine. But folks, yesterday at that Trump rally, and that is something the media is not talking about. That is true, and President Trump brought it out in the debate. Harris has talked about. She has. By the way, not every Democrat has, but she has. She has talked about confiscation of weapons. VP Harris, if people just don't like President Trump, well then, it's their option of who they're going to vote for. It is. But I just believe that people, you have to know who you're voting for. I think if people vote for someone and they don't know everything that they stand for, what their positions are, well, there's 2 things at play there. Number one, that tells me that the candidate running against them didn't do a good enough job, or it tells me the media didn't flesh it out. So with Harris, she can try to backpedal now, but she has not done anything about the border. And she has been in favor of defund the police. And she has talked about mandatory buyback programs. Many times in communities, they'll, bring in your firearms and we'll pay you for them to try to get more weapons off the street. But she's in favor of mandatory buyback. So that is a different story. And my question for people is, when they have allowed millions of people to come into the country, okay, we don't have control over that. I think in November, people are going to send a loud message how they feel about it. People have enough problems in the schools, let alone the sheer number of non-English speaking individuals, and then just the cultural difference of it. So, okay, so you're telling people not only can you not control who comes in, not only can you not control who is then put in your community, now we're going to start to take your weapons away. And that is something that does need to be fleshed out, because I think that to me, that for a lot of people is a game changer. So I'm going to leave it to the Trump people. I mean, I still think, listen, at its heart, he's a businessman. And you could always, here's the thing, the moment you say you're going to debate, well, then they lock you in on it. And then if he backs out, he backs. So Here's my view on the whole Trump debate thing. They've already, whether they realize it or not, I mean, it's not going well. It's not going well. And what do I mean by that? The debates, as much as I do like and believe that you should be able to get on a stage and defend your beliefs, against your opponent. But as I've said, a lot of people don't realize it, but I've said debating Biden was a mistake in June because it exposed him and then they pushed him off, and now you're stuck with Harris as the candidate. So in hindsight now, hindsight's always 20/20, but in hindsight, the Trump people and campaign shouldn't have taken the bait. He was almost too anxious. Without question, he won the debate, but to me, it's a little bit of, you win the battle, you don't want to lose the war. If they had not debated Biden in June and said presidential debates have always been post Labor Day and we're going to honor that tradition, well then, they may have pushed for it, but no one would have blinked. They would have been better served with Biden as the candidate. And had he not debated in June, then he would still be the candidate. Then there's no way they would have got him out of office in July. And he would have gone into Chicago. Then everyone would have been like, oh, wow, what are we going to do? And then it's too late. So therefore, now the other night, I think President Trump felt, I can, handle her. I think I also did. I think they underestimated. He's done stuff in interviews with David Muir of ABC before. And I think they underestimated how his co-host, Lindsay Davis, was going to approach it, which was she was very aggressive, too aggressive, and unfair. And unfair is really how that went. So, folks, this portion of the program is, and I did get an email from Fred who needs some tree branches trimmed and asked me who I would call. I would call JD Lawn Care and Tree Service at 401-441-0154. Now, as you can tell, it's already a busy it's already a busy hurricane season, as you can tell, that's going on in Louisiana. Now is the time to get those branches trimmed. If you want a tree removed, you want to hold on one moment, folks. Yeah, the traffic. All right, hold on one moment. Let's see. I'm going to say 150 at the latest. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get there. Traffic, by the way, is horrendous today. What is going on? Not only is it just 195, Lynn Miller, it's all over. It's all over. 95, it's all backed up. This morning I had to go into Providence. The traffic to get off 95 to Branch Avenue was backed up on the highway to get off Branch Avenue. I don't understand what's happening. You would think, and I also want to be very clear about something. What I think is really disgraceful, and that is, listen, part of living in our part of the world is, and I know that people say, for instance, the McKee supporters say, well, traffic's bad in New York, and traffic's bad in LA, and traffic's bad in Chicago. That is true. Traffic in Manhattan is bad, but because of everything that Manhattan or Los Angeles offers, you put up with the traffic because of that. Around here, where there's nothing offered, part of the deal of living in this part of the country is supposed to be that it's an easy quality of life. The whole Rhode Island mentality was that you can be anywhere basically in 10 to 15 minutes that you normally have to go. 20 minutes tops. Governor McKee has eroded that. I have no idea what was going on 95 today. I don't. And I pay attention to the news. I don't. I don't understand all the construction. I mean, so everything's under construction. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be safe and it's supposed to be quality of life. But look at what it's turning into. It's turning into that suddenly our area is not safe and the quality of life is turned upside down. Such as yesterday in Attleboro, and that resulted in the situation in Mansfield. That was the second time that people are firing at law enforcement. I mean, that is different. You had it in Cranston the other night, a week ago, and then you just had it where you had 3 police in Attleboro were injured. It's not your imagination. The crime is on the uptick. Those of you, and again, this is the Rhode Patrol report, those of you that watch, how many times when we're out there do they say we need a Spanish-speaking officer? Last Friday night in Cranston, 7 people came out of the house. None of them spoke English. They needed the Spanish-speaking officer to get on the bullhorn. Oh, no, no, amigo, everybody. Come out of the house one at a time in Spanish. At guns drawn. What's also remarkable that I've noticed, you notice your local media, they don't even talk about that. The local media, they don't even talk about that. Nope. 7 people with a weapon in the house, none of them spoke English, came out of the house with long guns on them, hands up. We're the only ones that carried that. I mean, how is that possible? So tonight, this weekend, people ask, are you going to be out? I better be out. I'm out because otherwise we don't know that this stuff is going on, for crying out loud. It's really remarkable, as a matter of fact. Hey, folks, I want to remind you about our friend Paul at Valari Motors, selling quality pre-owned vehicles, largest selection of Volvos in Rhode Island, 1003 Park Avenue in Cranston. Stop in and see Paul at Valari Motors. Great prices, great vehicles, terrific service. Valari Motors in Cranston, New England's #1 dealer in pre-owned Volvo sales and service. Now, Paul, who's become a friend of mine, Paul Staskavich, he lives in Cranston, he has a business in Cranston, and he's running for office in Cranston. Also, he's got a great mechanic with Stephen. Valari Motors. Maybe you don't want to pay for a brand new vehicle. You just want a great pre-owned vehicle. And by the way, I think a pre-owned vehicle is fine. When you are traveling and you rent a car, is that a brand? No. How many times you rent a car and it's totally fine? And you look at it like, oh, wow, it's already got 30,000 miles on it. Yeah, it's a rent-a-car. Folks, Valari Motors, quality pre-owned vehicles, largest selection of Volvos in Rhode Island. It's Valari Motors. Well, good afternoon. I also want to put in a plug for Mosquito Joe. What an impressive company. Folks, there is West Nile virus in Rhode Island. If you're listening or watching right now on this Friday, contact Mosquito Joe. I share their Facebook page. You can call them. I am so impressed with their company. They come out, they tell you the day before, we're going to treat your property. They come out, and it's Mosquito Joe, and the mosquitoes will go. Call them 401-426-2032. I am so impressed with their follow-up, and I can sit out our property, no mosquitoes. Mosquito Joe of Rhode Island. Right now, there are people that there is West Nile virus, and it's horrible what's going on. And they don't have a cure for it, by the way, as far as I know. There are people ending up in the hospital because of it that have it. Mosquito Joe of Rhode Island will take care of your property. So, folks, good afternoon. This is Rhode Patrol Live. Yes, we're going to be active this afternoon if something happens. Otherwise, we'll be out tonight. Strike that. This afternoon, I have to wait. Thank God we do it at night. People ask me, have you thought about going out earlier? Well, because of all the terrible traffic, it's almost impossible to do it earlier. I mean, this afternoon, I cross my fingers and pray that there's nothing happening that we have to get to. Because just like you, who wants to just sit in that traffic? I certainly don't want to sit in that traffic. At nighttime, for those of you that watch, we can fly around. We wouldn't be able to do that during the day. But check the website, dpetro.com. Now, also, Cynthia sent me a nice email. Enjoys the program. New listener and follower. So glad I found you. Someone at work told her about us. And she said, I'm thinking of redoing my kitchen. I heard you mention a kitchen person. I trust your instincts, Juan. Who do you recommend? Dreammaker, Cynthia. Dreammaker, kitchen and bath, Dennis and Christina. I'll tell you why. Because these are the type of people you want to do business with. I'm not going to say anything. The other day, I saw a very unscrupulous business doing business, not directly in my neighborhood, but near it. And I felt like ringing the door and saying, if you had asked me, I would have said those are the last people you want to deal with. But be that as it may. But Dreammaker, if you're thinking, contemplating new kitchen or bath, Dreammaker, 401-433-7272. They have a beautiful state-of-the-art design center, Greenwich Avenue in Warwick, right near Crown Plaza, one-stop shop. And again, with Dennis and Christina Dreammaker, respect, integrity, customer focus. They're talented. They are, and that's important when you're going to have people in your home or make this type of investment. Respect, integrity, customer focus. Dreammaker, transition from dreams to reality. They are so talented and it'll be a work of art, but you have to pop in. You can call them 401-433-7272. Dreammaker and their incredible design center right there next to Koch Eye, down the street from Crown Plaza, Greenwich Avenue in Warwick. And they're great. Dreammaker. It's so fantastic inside. Well, folks, good afternoon. You're listening. This is the Rhode Patrol report, and we will be out. But it's not your imagination. I was telling someone this morning. Now, I think we're definitely going to talk to Marie, and I think we're going to talk to George at Rhode Island Guns and Ammo. I implore you to pop in there and pick up. Okay, you got to click the link. Hold on. Hold on one moment, everybody. Let's see if we can make this happen. Okay, I think we can do it. I'm anxious to try it. Right there. Okay, let's see if this works. Otherwise, we'll just talk to Audio Wise. So, but I'd like to. We're going to start to do more. We have the ability to do video. We might as well use the video. We're going to try the video. We're definitely trying some things. Folks, no one will ever accuse the chosen one of not trying things. So I am telling him, Rhode Island Gun and Ammo, stop in there, whether it's today or tomorrow. And I'm telling him, just click on the link and follow the directions. And let's see if we're going to be successful with him. I think we are. But I would know because I would see him in our monitor. So again, but pop in. We're going to talk to him, and then we're also, I think we can do it. I want to do more video during our Rhode Patrol report. So, but it's different for people that are not accustomed with it. But again, folks, I implore you. Okay, I think we got him. So I believe, yes, we do. Folks, joining us right now, there he is from Rhode Island Guns and Ammo. Good afternoon, George. Good afternoon, George. Here we go, George. I can see you. Yep. Hello there. All you have to do is talk.
All right, I got no.
All right, I
volume,
got you.
John. Not exactly sure.
You should be fine. I got you. George, first of all, how bad is that traffic out there? We can see you. All right, he's joining us. There we go. Just keep talking. I was telling you about how bad the traffic is. All right. Well, we can see him. I know we're also on the radio. He disconnected. All right, we'll try audio. Let me try. We'll just do the audio with him. We could see him. So all right. Let's try the. There he is. We could see you, George. We could see you.
I had technical difficulties.
All right. Well, we'll practice
I
it.
couldn't hear anything.
We'll practice it. By the way, how bad is that traffic out there?
It's pretty bad, right from Route 4
Yep.
all the way to the, what's that, 295 split?
Yes.
There was maybe like 3 tractor trailers involved in some type of an accident.
Wow.
And I was stuck in there for 45 minutes,
Holy
15 minutes before I
cow.
got out of it. Yeah.
Whew. All right.
It looked like it was just starting to open up a little bit as I was getting through it.
All right, folks. Again, it's George at Rhode Island Guns and Ammo, Post Road in Warwick, right near Cosmic Pizza, right off of Route 37, and right near kind of the Warwick Cranston line and down the street from Greg's. George, I always like to highlight, as much as I highlight the defensive shotguns that you have, you actually have basically all different types of firearms for whoever it is that's out there that's either looking to purchase a new one or purchase some ammo or whatever it may be.
Absolutely, and not to include every caliber, right? So, I mean, we've got stuff for 22s for, people that might be recoil sensitive and they just want something that isn't going to really jump out of their hand, all the way up to 38s, 357s, 44 Magnums, 9mm, you name it in the handgun field, we just about carry the caliber. And then rifles, got a whole line of rifles, and honestly, if we don't have it available for you, we can always get it for you. So it's not the biggest of deals.
Now, George, is there right now maybe a certain model that you carry that a number of people are coming in that's popular right now that you have in stock?
I think the biggest popular, what we sell the most of anyways is Glocks, right? So Glocks like our number one seller, and we probably sell, handguns, 8-to-1 to shotguns and rifles. So that's usually our more popular of a firearm.
You and I have talked. It was 4 years ago during the pandemic when you couldn't get anything. People need to realize there's plenty of inventory right now that people could purchase.
There is, John, and something. At the end of the day, you don't have to make a budget busting purchase. You can come in and we've got used stuff that's reasonably priced. You can just get something just so you feel safe at your own house, or if you decide you want to get into the shooting sports, you can move in that direction. But you don't have to spend a whole lot of money just to have that sense of security.
Now, what are your hours for today, and what are your hours for tomorrow?
Today we'll be here till 6 o'clock, and tomorrow 10 to 5.
And what I like, folks, is George is so knowledgeable. If you're just thinking of it, pop in, have a conversation, and then he will basically guide you, I believe, George, in the right direction of what someone is looking for.
Absolutely, John. We can do that any day of the week. It doesn't necessarily have to be tomorrow, but I'll tell you what, only because I like you and you got the greatest fans going, anybody that comes in tomorrow and tells me that they're a fan of your show can get 10% off their purchase.
I like the sound of that. 10, then that's a lot at Rhode Island Guns and Ammo. George, good enough. Listen, we'll try the video next week, but great job, and we'll talk to you again.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right, folks, there he is, George at Rhode Island Guns and Ammo. Now, we're also going to attempt another video guest. And joining us right now, there she is. It is the Queen of Health. It's
Hi,
Marie.
John.
Hi there, Marie. How is everybody at 1099 Mendon Road?
Oh, we're doing great. All this technology. Holy cow.
There she is. Folks, there she is. It is the Queen of Health, our friend Marie. And Marie, this is definitely, number one, it's beautiful weather, but it is also the change of season.
Yes, it is. We're already fine having people come in who are sick, flu-like symptoms, COVID, obviously, colds. Then we have all the allergies. It's ragweed season. Sadly, it's my favorite season. It is how I ended up starting this business was because of a ragweed allergy.
Wow. Now, Marie, what I also like, and again, folks, it's Marie. Now you can see her, 1099 Mendon Road in Cumberland. Marie, what I love, and you have so many fans, is because there are natural products that people can use that will help them with their various symptoms and ailments.
Yeah, and many of the products that we sell don't just put a Band-Aid, right? They try to get to the root of the problem and help to resolve the problem, rather than, the medical, that's definitely necessary, but there are times when you can add to that and make yourself more comfortable. And there are times when, the supplement way is the way to go, especially homeopathics, which the government is trying to take away from us. Very, very effective and very easy on the body, no side effects. So there are a lot of benefits to taking this route.
And Marie, for so many new people that want to pop in and see you at the Queen of Health, now, how do you describe for people where they can pop in and visit you at It's My Health, 1099 Mendon Road in Cumberland? What are some landmarks that you like to give people?
So we tell people a lot if they know Davenport's restaurant in Cumberland. We're right across the street. We're in a little old church, so we're easily recognized, by that. Or just Mendon Road, 295. It's pretty easy to get to. Just taking a left off the highway and straight down to right before Davenport's.
Now, folks, again, it's Marie at It's My Health, 1099 Mendon Road in Cumberland. And Marie, you have a new fan, Karen. Apparently, one of our listeners and followers, she hurt her back. I think gardening, I don't know, but she apparently popped into It's My Health, 1099 Mendon Road in Cumberland. And I don't know if it was hemp or CBD, but it is incredible how it impacted her and took away her bad back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, CBD in topical form, and also we have it in gummies. We have it in liquid form. Can be really, really helpful for pain. We have some homeopathics too that can help with that, but some people like to try the CBD route, and great success with it. For animals too, animals can't tell you, what's working, what isn't, but you can see it. They can't walk, they can't do their usual things. You start them on something like CBD, and all of a sudden they're out running around again. So that's how it works.
Folks, again, it's Marie at It's My Health, 1099 Mendon Road in Cumberland. Stop in and see. There she is, the Queen of Health. Now, Marie, what are your hours today, and what's going on tomorrow, Saturday at It's My Health?
So today we're here. Well, we're here. I'll be here till probably 9:30, 10 o'clock, because we have a very big, we have a medium, Roland Comtois, who's from Woonsocket. Very, very popular. We have 50 people coming to see him tonight. So it's a very, very busy day, very busy night getting ready for him and to have that event. Tomorrow we do have a yoga class at 10. We have 2 Pilates classes, one at 8 and one at 9:30. And then we have the Power of 8 meditation. This is a group that comes together. It's free. It's at 2 o'clock tomorrow. It is the second Saturday of every month. And they meditate on all of the problems of the world. And if individuals have problems, they'll usually take some time for that too.
You are the Queen of Health. Great to see you. Good job. And we'll see you next week.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, folks. And that's going to do it. Everybody, Rhode Patrol Live later. Everybody on the radio, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the 2 o'clock news. Will be live later tonight.